To get more details from the nurses who have since suspended the strike but yet to return to the wards. Philemon Japon is a deputy PRO of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Hello, sir. If you can hear me, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Talk to me about what happened in the room. It appeared that you managed to find or strike a deal after all, after what appears to have been a standoff in the earlier meetings with government.
Well, we presented our problems to the Select Committee on Health. The majority leader was other stakeholders were there, like the Wages and Salaries Commission, and we discussed these conditions dispassionately. The Minister the Deputy Minister of Finance also presented the fate of the budget and the fact that they cannot absorb what's at stake at the moment. But at a point, we all came into agreement to be able to address some of the concerns now and push the rest into the next budget, or possibly, next year. That agreement reached is supposed to be followed with a meeting in 2 weeks and to firm it up. And that was more or less the tie in the whole scenario.
Was it an easy decision to make, considering the strong sentiments that had built up around this strike?
Not at all. It was a very difficult and tough one. In fact, the Minister for Health was there. He was made to present. The Minister at the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission was there. He was made to present. The Deputy Minister of Finance was also made to present before we came into that agreement. These presentations were made after our presentation, and we had to take item by item, deal with it, and find space and costs and checking how many people are due that component of allowance and all that. In all this, the team or the Select Committee's play was that we should call off the strike and return to work, and then further engagements can be made to make meaningful strikes. We as leaders our hands were tied because our members had given us had a tough time that they are not returning to work until we have reached some level of engagement that is pleasing to them. And this, I say, was a difficult one. It's a difficult call. At a point, we were made to choose within the list some of these allowances which they would take steps to work on, whilst the rest is pushed to the next year. And it's not easy to push to select. Looking at the how important and how segmented these allowances are. I must say it was a tough decision. It was a difficult call, but we made progress.
Eventually, what were some of the issues you agreed to postpone to next year?
Okay, so time protocol will not allow me to discharge this.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair enough. But let me talk about other things. When you issued your statement the last time, you said that there were lots of issues around misinformation and disinformation around your strike. Would you say you were unfairly treated during this strike period?
Of course, yes. By some media houses, some journalists, some public sentiments and comments here and there.
Would you not say that that is a reflection of the mood of the nation, that the nation possibly is wondering why you are asking for more money at a time that we are struggling and trying to get the economy around?
Not at all. The ordinary Ghanaian citizen who was sick and went to the hospital, even though they were frustrated, they were devastated, their comments were very fair and just. The government or the employer should see to the plight of the Ghanaian nurse and midwife so that they can return to the ward to take care of them. Most of these comments that I'm talking about came from journalists, came from politicians, individuals who hitherto are foot soldiers of parties here and there. And it's rather unfortunate.
It's good you mentioned politics because this your strike was political. Your president's spouse is known to be a member of the New Patriotic Party. There is a view that your strike was politically motivated. How would you be able to separate your group and association from your lead executive, who is perceived to be a member of the New Patriotic Party, which is an opposition party?
That's a very erroneous impression, and let me take this opportunity to correct it once and for all. GRNMA has a very structured system. We have 9 national executives. I'm one of the 9, and the president leads this 9. I mean, she's the head or the lead person, but decision making is purely democratic. So the 9 of us, if any decision has to be made, that is the highest of the leadership. We will have to come onto a round table and take a practical decision, devoid of politics. After a decision is reached at the 9, we move to the National Council. The National Council is made up of the 10. We use the old administrative regions, so we have 10 old administrative regions, and these are the chairmen and secretaries of each region, and plus the 9, making a 29 body, and it forms our National Council, and this council is more or less like our parliament. Decisions are made there, and before we reach consensus, even though we had taken a decision at the National Executive Committee, this committee decides which of them to agree, and we'll have to justify each action or each step of the way. And I can tell you on confidence that the National Council is littered with both NDC and NPP folks, equal numbers of these politicians. And it is not about politics.
The curiosity vein in me wants to ask, Philemon is representing NPP or NDC?
No, let me land on this. I just want you to understand the background of the council, and the council do not take decisions based on politics.
I get you. I also just wanted to know, since you mentioned that, are you the MPP member on the team or the NDC member on the team?
I don't have a party yet. I don't have a party card.
Very well.
I'm waiting to be chosen by any political party, which I will decide whether to join or not, but I don't intend to join any political party.
Very well. Thank you so much for joining us, Philemon.
Thank you for having me.
Philemon Japon, he is Deputy PRO of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. This is Channel